In this video, traders, we're going to look at when to override your trading exit plan. Stay tuned. Hey guys, warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so your exit plan is basically your target. And actually, exit plan, to be fair, could be stops, but we're going to focus on your targets if the trade is going in your favor. Now, moving stops is generally a big no-no. There are certain things, and maybe for advanced traders, it's something you could potentially do if you trust your emotion, you trust the fact that you're doing it from the right reasons. But another topic, let's talk about stuff where trade's going in your favor, you've got an exit plan, and you want to tweak it and override it. So when is it okay to do that? Because we talk a lot about sticking to the plan and being rigid and being structured. And I definitely think if you are a beginner trader, or if you're struggling with going on tilt, you're struggling with drawdown, you're struggling with over trading, revenge trading, any of this stuff, to stick to your plan religiously. Don't go make any changes. This is for people who are perhaps want to extract the most out of trades that are going right for them. That's the key. It's I want to extract the most I can from, if I can get that out, the most I can from a trade that's under the right conditions. So under those conditions, I can override the exit plan and create a new plan. And so this is, again, if you're slightly more advanced, you kind of want to extract a bit more, this might help for you. Again, don't pretend to have all the answers, guys, but maybe it resonates with you and go, hey, you know what? And you kind of start to think about things a little bit differently and make some more money as a result of it. All right, when to override your trading exit plan. So let's say you have bought the nice, crispiest, juiciest bull flag in the history of bull flags. It's there, it's got the volume, it's grade A, bing, sweet as a nut, catalyst, all the stuff that we like to see. Off it goes, you're in, and the thing just starts to go nicely for you. So you've got a great entry. You've kind of gone in, you've gone, right, here we go. Let me get a red pen out here. I am long from here, say, great. And you might say, well, you know what, my target is going to be the length of the pole. Pretty standard stuff. I'm going to have a look for that sort of target, extrapolate out here. There would be my target. Great. So under normal conditions, you hit it, you take your profit, you go, thank you very much, next trade, I'm going to review. However, if you're in a situation where you assess this objectively and you go, you know what, this looks like the start of a really big move. I don't want to waste the trade by closing it for a very nice profit. I want to leverage on that. I want to say, you know what, I've got a fantastic, I happen to be in the right place at the right time. I read this momentum ignition trade perfectly, and damn, this thing is about to ignite, and it's igniting, I'm on it. So why would I close it? And again, you've got to be careful you're looking at it subjectively, and it's not greed and all this other stuff, but sometimes you just find yourself as a trader in the best position possible. And that best position is that you're on board very, very early from something you spotted that's now developing into something bigger. And you're like, wow, man, this is really starting to rip. I'm in with a reasonable size on this. I've got a good leg in. I've got a good unrealized P&L. Well, this thing could just turn into a monster. And now and then you will get these outlier trades that are just monster trades, and they significantly boost your P&L. But you won't if you don't allow them to happen. And fine, if you're a beginner and you're kind of struggling with certain aspects, then being rigid and sticking to your rules is exactly the right thing to do. But if you're kind of pushing things a bit now, turning a few dials to extract a bit more out of the markets, then this is the thing to maybe consider. So when to override your trading plan. So you're looking at how the market has got to your price target. If you're a swing trader, for example, and you saw this, it broke out, all of a sudden you now started to see, let's say the volume was kind of like this. All of a sudden you saw huge volume, and let's say that was a bar, right? One big bar, closing at highs, big volume, big bar. You might want to say, hey, you know what? Under normal circumstances, I'm expecting a day 2, 3 follow through after we've seen an ignition bar like this. Maybe there's been some news on it as well. Maybe there's been some sort of lucky catalyst. And again, luck does play a part, guys, and you're in this, but you're in from here. Now, under those circumstances, you can look at your exit plan and go, your trade exit plan, and go, hey, you know what, I'm at the start of something great here. Let me hold this for day 2, day 3, day 4, whatever it is, and adjust it. And for example, I might say to that, okay, well, now I'm going to hold this thing. If it comes back to half of that ignition, the new ignition candle, then I'll come out of it. But let's see if I can get a day 2 move. And let's say you do get a day 2 move. and you say, okay, well, let's see. I might now put my stop under the low of day 2 and give it a bit more room and say, okay, well, let's see. Day 3 might kind of be a bit of a red day, but that might then consolidate and be another ignition candle. So I still want to give it a bit more room. I've got some cushion to play with. I've got some nice unrealized sitting on the book. So why don't I utilize that? Just an example, of course, but that's something that you can say, hey, I was planning on coming out here and taking it all out, but actually I want to give it more room. I'm going to consider this a fresh trade now. I'm going to put my stop here, I'm going to look for here, and then maybe it gets to here and you put your stop here. Or at that point you go, hey, actually that's twice what I was looking for. I think I might run out of steam a little bit now. Maybe there's an intraday reversal, something, and then you adjust your exit plan to suit. The point is, overriding your exit plan is when something super positive happens for you and it creates a fresh setup. That's the objective way of looking at it. Hey, this is a fresh setup that I would probably take, or I've seen before, and theorize and assume that we're going to get some continuation. Close at highs, big bar, etc., etc. Hey, why don't I leverage on the fact that I've already got some unrealized there to stay in the trade and be prepared to give back more? Of course, there's a trade-off. You might be wrong. You might be like, okay, I could have banked that, but I'm going to give back a little bit more. And that's a commercial decision for you to make in your trading business. But I often find that when you do that, you say, hey, I'm prepared to give back a bit because this is setting up to be something even bigger and better. You tend to get rewarded. Not all the time, of course, but it tends to really kind of boost the P&L because the risk-reward ratio on that trade becomes exceptional. You're in it. You kind of start something big. You become less concerned about every little tiny nuanced move, and you can play the game of, well, I'm going to be much more dynamic with when I take this trade out. I've got a very strict exit criteria. Things don't go my way is my safety net stop, but I'm going to be more dynamic. I'm going to judge the price action. It's through the target I wanted. Now it's up to me to make a decision based on what I'm seeing. And if you're clinical and objective enough to be able to review that and say, hey, this thing's got further to run, I think, or this might have run out of puff, then you can be in this sort of stuff. And I've been in stuff before, guys, where it's been a green day, and I'm just going, well, I think this is going to end, but hey, you know what, I'm just going to keep pulling my stop up below that prior low, and who knows where it goes. Sometimes you get on some stuff, 5, 6, 7, 10 days run, and you would have been out on day 2 with your initial plan, be like, well, hey, the market's running, I don't want to give this position up. I'm prepared to give back some of the unrealized on the book because I think this has got more to go, and then tends to be a monster trade. Like, right, fine. Does it happen all the time? No, but at least if you're able to take advantage of this, when it does happen, you've got the opportunity to potentially have a good boost in your equity curve. All right, guys, when to override your trading exit plan. I hope you liked it. Take care. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Take care. See you in the next one. There's a mixture of take care and see you next time. Stake care. But anyway, take care, guys. Get your risk managed. See you later. Bye-bye.